Hey guys, we're back with the Screen Team. I'm Chris, being joined by Amber, and we are getting ready to review a comedy that came out in around the summertime of 2017. We're talking about the movie The Big Sick, and The Big Sick is a movie about a Pakistani-born comedian, Kumal, I think is his name. Did I say that right?
Kumal, I think.
And grad student Emily Gardner. They fall in love, but stuff gets in the way, man. Culture and love, all this stuff kind of gets in the way. So we've got and sickness.
Yes, the big sick.
The big sick. So we've got all these little elements getting in the way of their relationship, and it's a comedy. It's got drama elements in this film as well. And Amber, first off, did you like the film?
I love this movie.
Really?
Yes, I thought it was great. I thought it was smart, and I thought it was sweet, and I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I did not know anything about it before I watched it. And then I watched it and thought, oh my gosh, how did I not know about this? This is so good.
Well, it's funny, usually when I'm picking movies, I try to think, okay, who would enjoy watching this movie? And I know that you are into these kind of Oscar-related kind of films that have a little bit of prestige, maybe, some smarts to them. And I was like, maybe Amber might like this film. I've tried it with a couple of other films with you, and I've kind of struck out. So I was hoping we do good with this one, and I think we did. And
I think we did. And sometimes I question, my award show radar, and I just think that maybe I only like it because other people liked it and it was nominated, but I didn't know anything about this going in, and I liked it. And then after watching it, I looked it up, and so I was getting all this nomination buzz and everything.
Right. So, and this movie is based on true events.
Right, yeah.
Which I thought was kind of cool,
Yeah, the lead actor in the movie, and I can't remember what his name is, the guy who plays Kamal, it's the story of him and his wife and what actually happened to them. So I think them drawing on their real life story made actually the comedy and the way it was written seem much more real and authentic.
His name is Kumal as well.
There we go.
I can't pronounce his last name, and I'm not going to try. But I enjoyed the elements of this too, and I enjoyed it a lot more once I found out that it was based on a true story, because you're more invested, because you're like, okay, this is real. This really happened. This is real life magic.
Yeah, and the humor, the kind of banter between the two leads in the movie, I mean, it just seemed so authentic, I think, because this is what it's like when you have two funny people, not people who are trying to make a joke or trying to make a comedy. This is just two funny people, and this is how they talk to each other.
So what did you think when she got sick? Did the movie get more depressing? Because very early on they're together, they're, like you said, everything's good. They're quipping back and forth at each other, and then she gets sick and he doesn't know what to do, because they kind of had broken up before she got sick.
So, they kind of come to a crossroads in their relationship, and it's not going to work out, and they split, and then she gets sick, and he doesn't really know how to handle that. And so I thought it was a really nice way that they took her parents and made it about then his relationship with them in respect to her sickness. And they kept the comedy. Like, they didn't just all of a sudden give up on the comedy and get all sad. It stayed funny.
Because her parents were quirky and interesting too. They weren't some fuddy-duddies. They were,
Yeah, Ray Romano plays her dad, and he was funny. And
Holly Hunter.
Yeah, Holly Hunter was great. She was the more serious of the two, but still funny.
Yeah, there was that scene where he's doing his comedy bit, and he basically lied to him because he didn't want to hang out with him or something. He's like, "No, I got a comedy event going on. I can't hang out with you guys." And I'm like, "Oh, we'll go with you." And he's like, "No, that's cool. There's gonna be sold out." Well, you can get us some tickets, right? So basically, he wasn't scheduled to perform that night, so he had to get on the bill. He had to get them extra tickets, and when he does, she goes crazy and goes off
they go
the
nuts and start screaming at other people in the audience, at hecklers, and it's really funny.
It's a great movie. It's rated R. It's rated R because there's like F-bombs all over the place.
Oh yeah, there's some language, like sexual humor, stuff like that. But
all right, so keep it away from the kids, but it's definitely a great adult comedy. Very, very funny. Would you give it another watch, Amber?
I would definitely give it another watch. And if you like Silicon Valley, Kamal is the guy who's one of the engineers in Silicon Valley on HBO. So,
the TV show.
Yeah, so if
very
anybody's
nice.
wondering who this guy is, think about Silicon Valley. You'll figure it out.
Cool.
The Indian guy.
Cool. Thank you for the reference. Love it, man. We've got more reviews coming your way next right here on the Screen Team.